Sanford Stadium in Athens. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Nice?
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Volunteers headed for the ball, and we're ready for action. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the running game.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man at Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around, has really proven to be a great back.
To the air, it's Stockton. Spits it out to the back. Complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Grab behind the line, it's Frazier. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Finding some room. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. The first score of the game for rushing touchdowns.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside, it's Bishop. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta?
He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open. So throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball
off play action. Fires to the big fella. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it, unfortunately. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we've got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Got it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football.
Touchdown, Bulldog! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense in a bunch formation. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Blasted as he lets it go.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. With the catch, it's Davis.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Vols want to crank the tempo.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
They'll send the back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. The tap. Touchdown, Bulldog. A pick 6.
You simply cannot do better as a defense. They have shut them out. A goose egg on the scoreboard. You get a pick 6 right there to extend your lead right now. This defense is playing with their hair on fire. The offense has no answers. And if I'm this defense, I keep the pressure up. I'm keeping my starters in the game, and I'm just pouring it on.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer.
Number 91, set to kick it off.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like that back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Got room to work.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. He's got the back in the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Vols will hustle to the line.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The keeper on the option. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice 1st down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
They go right back to him. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back.
Could be an alley. Got enough for the first. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good.
Turning it on. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. He's up to 90 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. And the Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the Dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now, and getting him stopped.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Dogs! That's his third touchdown of the game and 19 on the season.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Jackson. Tackled after a gain of 4 on the play, and that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Now on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And that's a first down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Right on the money. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Volunteers headed quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here.
Touchdown, Tennessee! Put 6 on the board. Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Ready to try the point after. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it. He can take this back for 2.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. The play-action fake. Looking for space to the left. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Dropping back, it's Stockton. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Catches it at the 15. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
To the air on 2nd down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with San Diego State taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's the Aztecs setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And maybe, just maybe, this win helps them turn their season around. They get back to 2-3 on the year.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you. And at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Working the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Under fire. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Makes the catch. It's Jackson. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Vols. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They'll snag it just inside the 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Working that left side now. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside a wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Punts it out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Wiley. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Dogs are marching down the field. Running inside. It's Frazier. Maybe a crease. Inside the touchdown, Georgia. And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And they tacked on the extra point. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. It's complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Staley. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Tackle was made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Staley. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one and a first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throws for the tight end. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. They're working that left side. Breaks into the open. And defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here's a give to Frazier. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away.
Got a little grass. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off play action on first down. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. see, ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Makes the grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Yeah, and a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
That's caught. It's Davis. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Man, this quarterback's got a short-term memory, boy. After the interception on the last drive, that looked so ugly, but he's come out and he's been able to turn the page. 4 for 4 now on this drive, throwing it. He's got himself right back in, locked in a really, really nice rhythm. I don't think you have anything to worry about if you're the head coach looking at your quarterback, seeing how he's responded to that mistake on the last drive.
And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Staley. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Volunteers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
They'll give to Frazier.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Starting to feel a little pressure. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he missed it. No good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
So here is the Tennessee offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to... He smashes his way through again. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Wants to keep it in the air. Looking down the middle. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
The DBs will back off a bit. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. It'll be third and long. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Now facing a third and long. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Got his man. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down.
Well, this defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
Punt is on its way. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gordon.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there.
He's going for a big play downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
After that incompletion, fourth and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Still running at the 40. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Stepping to the right. They get to him as he throws. The short hands, it's Staley. Snags it and he's open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Gain of 39 on the play.
And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
First and goal, Tennessee.
Ready, go! They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the fourth quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. There he goes. He's at the 10. They knocked him down after an explosive play, and it was all because of the perfectly timed pitch. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Well, that's new. If you want to give the ball to the tight end in this situation and let him run the football, I mean, goal line area, maybe. No, you know what? It's done. It was a bad play call. Don't do it again.
On the option. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the pummeling has started. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. He's looking to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
And the final play is just a short gain, and we're at the end of the game. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit over